Ahead, Rochester Mayor Malik Evans set to give his State of the City address, where things stand so far in 2024. And new details on the abrupt resignation of the Monroe County Public Health Commissioner. Good Wednesday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us. I'm Dan Schrack. It's 6:30 this April 17th. We will get to those top stories for you in just a moment. To start things out, though, meteorologist Marty Snyder is here tracking some rain in the forecast for us this Wednesday. Marty. All right, thank you, sir. 6:31 time saver traffic, giving you a look at some of those drive times. Stretches of 390, 490, and 590 listed there on your screen. This is live drive time data, so you know exactly what to expect as you wake up and head for the front door. And at this early hour, it does look like things are moving right along. We'll give you a tour across the greater Rochester region. Sunrise just about 7 minutes ago. Things are looking good outdoors. 498 Ames Street. You see that sunrise off in the distance there. A gorgeous start across the greater Rochester region. Traffic appears to be moving along on many of the major roadways this morning. 590 at Empire Boulevard. You see those school buses out there ready to pick the kiddos up, take them off to the education centers. 104 at Bay Bridge. Only a couple of vehicles out there right now. The view from the Van Bortle Subaru mobile weather tracker out and about for us this morning. Again, traffic moving along. It doesn't appear that there is much in the way of slowdowns. 6:32 today, a convicted murderer faces 25 years to life in prison in connection to a nearly 40-year-old cold case. Timothy Williams will be sentenced today for the 1984 murder and rape of 14-year-old Wendy Jerome. 13 Wham's Chris Lopez is live for us in front of the Hall of Justice this morning with a breakdown of this case. Chris? All right, Chris Lopez out there for us live in front of the Hall of Justice. Thank you, sir. 6:34 also today, Rochester Mayor Malik Evans will deliver his State of the City address. Last Friday, the mayor extended the city's gun violence emergency proclamation for another 30 days. That declaration has been in place since July of 2022. So far in 2024, there have been 49 shooting victims in the city and 6 shooting homicides. At the same time last year, 43 people had been shot, 7 of them fatally. The mayor's State of the City address is set for 6 o'clock this evening. And we are following some breaking news outside of Albany this morning. We're learning a police officer there has been shot. This happened overnight when the officer was conducting a traffic stop. Our sister station there says the officer and the suspect exchanged gunfire, and we have learned within the past 45 minutes the suspect was killed. We're told the officer is conscious. Albany Mayor Kathy Sheehan called this shooting an ambush. This happened near Albany's College of State Rose. Now, the circumstances surrounding this traffic stop and what happened before those shots were fired, not yet known. And we, of course, will continue to follow this for you throughout the morning and day, bringing you any new information as it becomes available. New this morning, Rochester police are looking into an overnight stabbing in the city. The victim was found on St. Paul Street around 1:15. Police believe he walked there after being stabbed on Lake Avenue. Police say he has multiple stab wounds in the upper body and has been treated for non-life-threatening injuries. They also say the victim is not being cooperative and refused to explain exactly what happened. Meantime, Rochester police are also investigating a shooting, this in the 19th Ward. It happened just before 6 o'clock last night on Sawyer Street. Police say a 21-year-old man suffered life-threatening injuries in that shooting. Now, as of this morning, no suspects are in custody. Police are asking anyone with information on either the stabbing or the shooting to call 911. Meantime, we're working to learn more about a bad crash on the city's west side. Both Rochester and state police were at this scene around 11 o'clock last night on Reynolds Street near Columbia Avenue. You can see one vehicle badly damaged, the other right on your screen, flipped on its side. No word on any injuries or charges as of right now. We will bring you updated information as it comes in. 6:37, a health alert this morning out of Yates County. The public health department there is warning about possible hepatitis A exposure. Customers of the Main Deck restaurant in Penn Yan may have been exposed sometime between March 27th and April 12th. Officials say the risk is low, but the virus is very contagious. Anyone who may have been exposed should get their immunization status checked. And tomorrow, the county will host a free vaccine clinic for anyone who may have been exposed. That's happening at the county office building on Liberty Street in Penn Yan. That runs from 1 until 7. The vaccine is only effective within 2 weeks of exposure. We do have details on how to register for that clinic on 13wham.com. We're learning more information today on last month's sudden resignation of Monroe County Public Health Commissioner Dr. Michael Mendoza. A separation agreement obtained by 13 Wham News shows Mendoza was not the subject of an investigation, nor was he the subject of disciplinary action, and that he voluntarily resigned for personal reasons. Neither Mendoza nor County Executive Adam Bello would comment following his departure, which is part of that agreement. We do have that full agreement online, 13wham.com. 6:38 this Wednesday. Parents in Penfield are voicing their concerns over the lack of space in the district's universal pre-K program. Currently, the Penfield School District plans to have 90 students in that program next year. That's lower, though, than the original estimate of more than 100. Some parents are frustrated over the lack of guaranteed acceptance for their children, something the district superintendent acknowledges. The district says it's currently finalizing contracts with Carolot and Browncroft Daycare, where the pre-K students will be placed next year. School leaders hope enrollment for the program will open prior to May 1st. 6:39 this Wednesday morning. Marty is here looking ahead to weather first, talking about the return of some rain showers. And next, as budget negotiations continue in Albany, why state lawmakers worry short-term rentals are fueling the housing crisis. All that and more after this coffee break. Okay. 6:49, let's get to our answer for our question of the day. Here is what we asked last hour. In 1912, a woman named Dorothy Gibson starred in a movie based on her own story. What news-making event was she involved in? The answer? Marty, you were right. She survived the sinking of the Titanic. The movie Saved from the Titanic came out just 31 days after it happened. Too soon.
Yeah, it is too soon. Yeah,
too soon.
Very soon.
Too soon. In poor taste. Poor taste. I didn't get a chance to guess.
No.
Did not get my chance to guess.
Someone spouted off the answer. I just got my answer in quick enough before the answer was revealed in studio.
But you got it right. You got it right. So point goes to you today.
For once.
Yes. When we come back, did you see that movie?
I did not,
Yeah,
no.
Didn't see that one. I didn't think so. When we come back, the Wednesday Morning Rush, weather, traffic, and local headlines as you start your day. The man found guilty in a nearly 40-year-old cold case of murder and rape will be sentenced today. Welcome to your Morning Rush, the top stories we are following for you this Wednesday morning. Timothy Williams was convicted in the 1984 murder and rape of 14-year-old Wendy Jerome on Webster Avenue. Decades later, police used familial DNA to identify Williams as a suspect and arrest him in Florida. He finally stood trial last December and after a mistrial was found guilty this past March. Breaking news out of Albany this morning where a police officer was shot overnight. This happened when that officer conducted a traffic stop and the mayor says was ambushed. The officer and the suspect exchanged gunfire. That suspect was killed. We're told that officer is conscious. Albany's mayor called this an ambush attack. This happened near Albany's College of St. Rose. And new information just in on that crash last night on Reynolds Street in the city. State police telling us it happened after the driver of a Jeep refused to pull over for a traffic violation, and that led to a chase. The Jeep hit a car on Reynolds Street. State police say they took the driver into custody after he attempted to take off on foot. Two people in the other vehicle suffered minor injuries. All right, thank you, sir. 6:55 time saver traffic, giving you a look at some of those drive times for stretches of 390, 490, and 590, highlighted there on your screen at this hour. And right now it does look like things are moving right along. A quick tour across the greater Rochester region, 390 at Lyle Avenue, giving you a live look at those traffic cameras so you know exactly what to expect as you head for the front door this morning. 490 at Ames Street. Things are beginning to pick up. We will continue to see that happen as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour this morning. 590 at Empire Boulevard. Nice shot of the tree line there. Not much of the traffic. 104 at Bay Bridge. Still very light out there at this hour. The view from the Van Bortle Subaru mobile weather tracker. Out and about for us. Where, John? There you go, Railroad Street about to turn on to East Main. School buses out there in action. Be mindful of those, but it doesn't appear there's much that will slow you down. Happening today, Rochester Mayor Malik Evans will deliver his State of the City address. That's set for 6 o'clock tonight. We'll have full coverage for you on 13 WHAM News at 10 and 11. That does it for us here on 13 WHAM. Flip on over to Fox Rochester, though. We've got 2 more hours of live local news starting now through 9 o'clock.